Hi everyone, today I'm on Wobbly Life because someone asked me if I could do a quick tutorial showing them how to get the UFO. First of all, I'm going to explain to you how to get each piece of UFO and where the quest starts, right? So you want to go all the way to the top of this mountain. I used a helicopter to get here. You can use a plane, helicopter, drive up the hill with an ambulance, which I've done before to get up here the first time I did the quest. Anyways, I will be showing you how to unlock this UFO. So, I'll show you the map again. It's directly this position. You'll spawn, I think, somewhere around here. There should be a helicopter down in that city area you can go to, or you can just hijack any car and really drive up here. But it's exactly here on the map, this little inward part, in which you'll come to these doors just off the runway, which will open into a large kind of elevator. Well, lift. I mean, I don't know, I'm not too sure the exact term, but yeah. Yeah, you'll come to that and then you can go down here. Doesn't really matter what suit you have on. Actually, I kind of was wrong there. It does matter what suit you have on. It really does matter what suit you have on. I am going to need to go and change into a lab coat, which I will explain to you how to get the lab coat before I start it, which is also where our first part is. Let me just swap out the drill squad suit, which I used to farm the space mining job. Which one was the lab coat? I think it's that one. It looks a bit odd, but yeah. Because what you're going to need to do to get this lab coat, first of all, once you come in off the elevator, this will be where the original quest starts. You won't see the ticks on these ones, because obviously you won't have them, but you'll need the keys, the fuel, the fuse, and the battery. First of all, getting the lab coat. To get the lab coat, like I've said about 5 times or whatever, you gotta go in here. This person will say, we lost some scientists in here, can you go shrink down and find them for us, right? So that is exactly what you're gonna have to do to get this lab coat. You have to find all 4 of these scientists, which, as you can see, these are the 4 scientists. I'm definitely sure on 3 of their locations. There's also the shrunken keys for the UFO that are down here, in which I will show you how to get. I will also quickly run you through the scientists I remember off my head. There's one just up this parkour area, which was very tricky to do, and I don't fancy doing it again, but I'll just show you. It is all the way up there. Well, I think she's all the way up there. I'm not too sure which scientist it is. I can definitely confirm that there is a scientist up there, though. It's a fairly easy obby to do. You just gotta wait for that to go around and then jump on the other one. I've actually thought this obby was a difficult one, but that's the one with the lasers, which very annoying to do. It took me like 25 tries. Crazy. There's a small maze here. There's notifications again. I think that's for a delivery. That was an Amazon, not Amazon delivery, but that was a delivery earlier today coming. So yeah, you'll find her up here. And you can talk to her and then she'll say, obviously, bring me back. I just got very old. Can I get up? Yes, you can. There is another one down there, which you can see. You'll take that zip line from here, go across there, go through that laser maze, and then the other scientist is just there, which I can point to you. Follow that zip line down, that scientist is there, but you can't go off that zip line. I got knocked out because I failed to time the jump, but that's perfectly fine because I'm not going to fall off, am I? Anyways, you'll grab that and then you go through that laser maze to find the next scientist, which is very annoying. Like, really, really annoying. Possibly the second most annoying lobby I've done in the game. It's like, you just gotta time the red and green lasers, really, but like that. You can't tell where your wobbly is from that part, so just know there is a scientist behind there. The third scientist, I'm not too sure. I don't really remember where he is. But, the focus is getting the UFO, not the lab coat. Is that him? No, I think that's just race cars. We're gonna steal one of these because we need to go in here. In here is another scientist, and also the shrunken key location, which we need to get to. So we will be going up here, and yeah. I fell. I just fell all the way down. Lovely. That happens that's definitely what I was going to say. But no, that happens quite a lot. It's perfectly normal to fall. I mean, you can't do it perfectly every single time, can you? But I'll show you. Just show you where to get up. You can go up again and again. There's also a spider artifact, I think, for the museum at the bottom of that. Here, that might be the other scientist. I'm not entirely sure. I know the password is 2974 as well, which is necessary. 2974, which will activate the computer. You can see that there. Which will then allow you to go up that little lift area, in which two of what you'll need is in there. Oh my goodness, so many notifications, eh? There is one of the scientists and the shrunken UFO keys. I'll be grabbing these keys and we will resize them up to normal size so we can give them to the scientist. Which I've already done, so you won't take them, but you get the idea. If you haven't done it, you will have to give them the keys. That is actually all the scientists, I think. 1, 2, 3. And then that guy who's behind the lasers, I think. So that should be all the scientists. And the keys at the same time. Just 8 minutes. It's not bad, actually. Faster than my first time. That door will close shortly after you press the button and resize you to the normal size of a wobbly. I'm not too sure where you end the quest of the scientist retrieval, but when you do, you will unlock the lab outfit, I think it's called. I'm not too sure the exact name, but you will unlock that, which will allow you, first of all, drop these keys off. Second of all, after doing that shrinking quest first, you will go in here, which you're going to need the lab coat for. From here, you can, like, skip these rooms. I'm pretty sure they have some stuff in. But yeah. You want to keep going until you come to an elevator, which is here. And then you want to press the up button to go up the elevator. From there, you want to go around. You'll find this guy. You can come through here, come up here, and then through here you can grab this part of the UFO, in which you can drop down and hand the scientist there. This is the fuse part. There's also a gift box if you go back to the elevator and press up again. The next part is a little bit more difficult than the other two parts, I'd say. First of all, you have to get these forklifts. You see those colours there? You have to match the colours on the floor to the colours of the pallets. kind of hard to see where I'm lining the forks up, though. Oh my. I need to lower it a bit, I think. Then, like that. Raise it slightly, because some of them are very tall. They hit the ceiling. It doesn't matter which angle they're at. I actually find it easier if they're slightly angled and perfectly in the center. Because you're going to have to jump across them eventually. I'll show you around here. We'll get the yellow blue one first, then we'll go back and get the yellow one. I need to lower that down, back up, and then go inward slightly. Be careful it doesn't touch the ceiling. The red one will 100% touch the ceiling if you go too high in the raise as well. Just to let you know. Then you lower these. There's also another gift box if you reorder these pallets up to where the gift box is, just up those crates I'm looking at. But yeah, that's not the main goal, so. The main goal is to show you how to get the UFO. Raise that ever so slightly. I think the yellow is the smallest one, other than one of the blue ones. That is. Don't hit the other palette is also a good idea. Now we will move on and get the green palette, and then we'll get the red palette. Or we can go red then green. I think I'm more lined up to get a red from here, to be honest. You want to barely raise this one. Like, raise it to the minimum you need to move it. Which is a little higher than that. Because it will hit the ceiling. Lower it onto its pad. Then we can reverse around and then grab the green one. That is a little too low, so we'll grab that. This part, I think, for me, is the most time consuming. Other than if you didn't know where the shrinking scientists were. Lower that. It's a little bit offset, but it's fine. Then you hop out the forklift. Just go around there until you come across this ramp, which will just be directly from where you see the entrance. You want to jump up the ramp. And then this is our next spot we're going to be going to. Which the recipe for the UFO fuel, I believe, is corn. And of course the corn. Then there's the emerald, I think. There it is, the emerald. And the basic purple liquid. So we'll press that button and then that will get to brewing. And then we will go ahead and grab the UFO engine while that is making. Which we can jump cleanly across the pallets of cargo we just stacked to get to. It is heavy, so I don't expect to make it back the same area like me. But I'm going to go up and grab the fuel as well. And then we shall get that back. Which will ultimately unlock the UFO. This UFO fuel, I believe, is the correct blend. It should be corn, emerald, and then the That is the purple liquid, right? Yep, the purple one. We can probably jump over there if we just spin around it. Then, if we handle that to the scientist, it will usually play a little cutscene that you've unlocked the UFO. And then you can summon it from where he is. You gotta turn the gears up for it to fly, and then it's right trigger for up, left trigger for down, and then there's a beam, which I'll just demonstrate. It pretty much lifts anything that it comes across, which you can use to blow things up by putting them onto another thing. Anyways, I hope this helped you out, and if it did help you out, could you please leave a like and subscribe. Thanks for watching again, and I'll catch you on the next one.